Unfortunately, we do not have the space available to house our entire student body in our gymnasium due to our population size. So we want to say hello to our sixth graders that are seeing this assembly by Skype in their classrooms. I'd like to thank Mr. Warren and Mrs. Two-Way for making this possible for those students. At this time, please help me welcome the VFW Color Guard from Gladstone Post 10906, who are here to present the colors of our nation. If everyone would silently stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and repeat.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights of the ramparts we watched, was the gallantly streaming.
Gentleman from the Gladstone VFW Post for presenting our colors today. And we would also like to thank all of our veterans that are here with us today for their dedicated service and sacrifice to this great nation of ours. They have all contributed to us enjoying our daily freedoms because of their service. I just have a few remarks today about the history of Veterans Day. Veterans Day was World War I was known as the Great War and officially ended the Treaty of Versailles that was signed on June 28, 1919 in the Palace of Versailles outside the town of Versailles, France. However, fighting ceased 7 months earlier when an armistice or temporary cessation of hostilities between Allied nations and Germany went into effect the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. For this reason, November 11th, 1918 is generally regarded as the war to end all wars. In November 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day with the following words. To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride and heroism of those who died in our country's service and with gratitude for victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the Council of Nations. The original concept for the celebration was for a day observed with parades and public meetings and a brief cessation of business beginning at 11 a.m. The United States Congress officially recognized the end of World War I when it passed a concurrent resolution June 4, 1926. An act approved May 13, 1938, made the 11th of November in each year a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be thereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. Armistice Day was primarily a day set aside to honor veterans of World War I. But in 1954, after World War II had required the greatest mobilization of soldiers, sailors, Marine, and airmen in our nation's history, after American forces had fought aggression in Korea, the 83rd Congress, at the urging of the Veterans Service Organization, amended the Act of 1938 by striking out the word armistice and inserting in its place the word veterans. With the approval of the legislation on June 1st, 1954, November 11th became a day to honor American veterans of all wars. Veterans Day continues to be observed on November 11th, regardless of which day of the week it falls. The restoration of the observance of Veterans Day to November 11th not only preserves the historical significance of the date, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of Veterans Day. A celebration to honor American veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for our common good. Today, our students and staff are also supporting the Landstuhl Hospital in Germany by supplying personal care items for soldiers that have been injured protecting our freedoms. We will be recognizing each of our veterans that are here today with us with a certificate on their behalf. The certificates will be distributed in our Library Media Center during our reception for veterans, students that have veterans here, and their family members immediately following this program. At this time, I would like to turn the program over to Mrs. Tuway. She will be identifying the branches of military as well as years of service. Ms. Tuway.
Thank you, Mrs. Sherry. I stand before you today. I am honored to be able to share this day with these wonderful veterans that we have, our guests. I would like to start out by asking you all, if you are able, to please stand if you are a veteran. Right now we're going to discuss how long many of these veterans have served in our military. According to the forms that were submitted by our students, we have some people in our midst who have served for a very, very long time, which is very admirable. If you please continue to stand as we go through the years. So if you served for more than 5 years, please remain standing. If you served for more than 10 years, please remain standing. If you served for more than 15 years, please remain standing. If you served for more than 20 years, please remain standing. Let's give these men and women a round of applause. In addition to recognizing the years of service, we would also like to recognize the different branches that we have represented in our midst. So, if you served in the Army, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. If you served in the Marines or Marine Corps, please stand and be recognized. If you served in the Navy, please stand and be recognized. If you served in the Air Force, please stand and be recognized. And if you served in the National Guard, please stand and be recognized. Thank you again, everyone, for being here and for your years of service to our country. Up next, we have the band, directed by Mrs. Loving. They are going to perform for us Armed Forces on Parade. And then we have a soloist, Jesse Kirkendall, who is going to be performing taps.
Gladstone VFW Postal will retire the colors.